This is an original series brought to you by Mickey Made It, the art of storytelling. Welcome back to another episode of Whip Media TV. I'm your host, Whip Media Mickey, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do to the channel. Subscribe right now. Join the Vibe Tribe. Okay, today's episode, we taking this to Queens, New York. Big Queens. Shouts out to all my subscribers just keeping me on point with the info. Okay, let's just jump right into this. Once upon a time, in the gritty neighborhoods of Queens, New York, a formidable drug organization known as the Supreme Team emerged. The story of the Supreme Team is one of power, crime, and the inevitable fall that awaited those who threaded down the dark path of the drug trade. In the 1980s, as the crack cocaine epidemic gripped New York City, the Supreme Team, led by a charismatic and ruthless man named Kenneth Supreme McGriff, quickly rose to the prominence. With a loyal and dangerous crew by his side, Supreme was determined to dominate the drug market in Queens. The Supreme Team's rise to power was marked by violence and intimidation. They took control of their territory by force, eliminating rival drug dealers and asserting their dominance through fear. As their influence grew, so did their popularity, and soon their name struck terror into the heads of those who crossed their path. But with great power comes great attention, and law enforcement agencies began to take notice. The NYPD, the DEA, and the FBI launched their relentless pursuit to bring down the Supreme Team and put an end to their reign of terror. As the pressure mounted, cracks began to form within their organization. Internal disputes and betrayals threatened to tear the team apart. From the inside, Supreme's closest allies turned against him, and the once unbreakable bond began to crumble. See, in 1987, the downfall of the Supreme Team began when the members of the organization were arrested and indicted on various charges, including drug trafficking, murder, and racketeering. Their arrests sent shockwaves through the streets of Queens, and the city's residents watched as the mighty empire started to collapse. Even with some members in jail, the Supreme Team refused to go down without a fight. They attempted to regroup, but the weight of the legal consequences and the growing animosity among former allies proved them different. In 1989, the final nail in the coffin came from Supreme himself. Was arrested on drug conspiracy charges. The trial exposed the inner workings of the organization, and many of its members were sentenced to lengthy prison terms. The once fair Supreme Team had been dismantled, and its reign of terror had come to an end. Today, the legacy of Supreme Team lives on as the cautionary tale of the consequences that await those who choose a life of crime and violence. It serves as a reminder that no empire built on illegal activities can last forever, and that the pursuit of power and wealth through illegal means only leads to destruction. The rise and fall of Supreme Team remain a dark chapter in New York City's history, serving as a reminder of the relentless efforts of law enforcement to dismantle drug empires and restore peace to the communities affected by their actions. Until next time, Mickey Made It.